When people think of the traditional marriage, they tend to think of the breadwinner housewife model, but that's not actually the real traditional marriage. The traditional marriage is actually the working husband and wife, and this is actually the norm across most of human history. The breadwinner housewife model was actually only a short blip which began in around the 1800s and became popular around the early 1900s, and had largely started to die out by about the 1950s, 1960s. In terms of why the housewife model suddenly appeared, it was actually linked to increases in productivity. Basically, as we industrialized, we became much more productive, which allowed us to transform our economy away from all about agriculture, everybody working around food, and allowed people to start taking other jobs, building up other industries. And what this did was it allowed us to create a model where a person could earn enough to provide for one family on one income. This allowed somebody to finally, for the first time in history, focus on the child. And this was massively important because, you see, the child mortality rate was enormous historically. And so allowing suddenly, for the first time in history, a mother to focus on keeping the children alive was a massively important factor for keeping children alive and for bringing the child mortality rate right down. And basically what happened was, as productivity continued to increase, it was no longer necessary for a mother to actually focus on the children anymore to keep it alive. And so inevitably women ended up back in the workforce, and so the short blip that was the breadwinner housewife model died out pretty much faster than it came in, and we reverted to the historical norm, which is the working husband and wife.